guys, thanks again for watching. I am here to do a really fun review, kind of comparison, wear test. We're just going to do it all, and it's going to be on tinted sunscreens. So obviously you can tell from the title, I have the Drunk Elephant right here. This is the Umbra tint, and then I have the Supergoop 100% mineral matte sunscreen, Mattescreen, smooth and poreless. Again, you know how I hate the long, ridiculous names, but we'll get through it. Anyway, before we get going, definitely give me a big like below and subscribe. Like I say every time, I'm so small that it really does help. I try to put out videos at least 2 times a week right now. Every Friday I do a Flash Friday, which is a 5-minute short little video. And then usually on Tuesdays I do a longer video reviewing something or showing you how to do it. So yes, thank you so much, and let's jump in. So guys, last night was a Friday night, and I did a mask for my face and for my hair, and I did it with, okay, let's see, coconut oil, rose hip seed oil, and jojoba oil. So I mixed them all 3, and I made a lot. I actually have leftover, and I slathered it all over my hair because my hair is dry and curly naturally, and it just, I don't know, I'm like having a big battle with it these days. And then I also lathered it on my face, and I sat there and I did, like, you know, scrolling through YouTube or Instagram for an hour. And then I showered, and I feel like it's definitely, my hair was definitely soft last night. I straightened it this morning, but so it feels soft now. But I feel like my face has a lot less redness, which is probably from the rose hip seed oil, and it feels really good. So I might start doing this once a week. I'm actually starting to try to figure out how to make my own oils, not necessarily essential oils, but what are called carrier oils, which would be like the jojoba or argan oil, and kind of do that because I really like oils on my face, but I just totally veered off course. So let's get into this because we have a lot to talk about, and then I'm going to put it on my face, and then we're going to check in later. So we have 2 different tinted sunscreens. They are both clean, they are both cruelty-free, so they're I'm doing them because they're very similar in that sense. You can get tinted sunscreens and tinted moisturizers a dime a dozen, but these are very, very similar to each other. And this is kind of, I think, the direction that I'm going. When I purchase new things, I want to try to be more conscious of buying A, cruelty-free, and B, clean. I'm not there yet. I just have so many products that aren't, and I have so many loves that aren't, so it's a goal, and I try to keep that in mind. But, so those are 2 of the biggest things. Let's talk about the Drunk Elephant one first. I don't think I actually said Drunk Elephant. So this is Drunk Elephant. This stuff, the brand is kind of, in my opinion, a bit ridiculously priced for most things. They're like $85 for a moisturizer or whatever, and I know people rave about them, and I am probably jealous because I just want to buy it, but I can't. But yeah, they're a little overpriced. So this one is $36, which is actually, now that I've said all that, not that bad of a price. It comes in 2 fluid ounces. I don't know if it comes in a travel size. That'd be interesting. I should check that out. And what it says about it is, well, A, it's 30 SPF with broad spectrum. They both have broad spectrum. Okay, so that's out there. So it says because of the antioxidants that are in here, it helps fight free radicals, which if you do a little research, it's obviously a good thing. Blueberries do the same thing. There are a lot of good things about fighting free radicals, and obviously you all hear antioxidants are good for you. So it has a lot of these oils in there. It also has marula oil, which is another called carrier oil, raspberry seed oil, and it has a whole list of ingredients, but the main ingredient is zinc oxide, which is the most natural skin fighting or sun protecting ingredient. That was hard to say. And it is tinted. Like I said in the beginning, these are both tinted. So those are kind of the specs for the Drunk Elephant. Now let's get into the Supergoop. Oops. So this is the Supergoop. This is smooth and poreless, 100% mineral matte screen. So it's broad spectrum again. It's 40 SPF, which is 10 SPFs higher, and it also costs $38. So it's $2 more, 40 SPF more, and it's 1.5 ounces. So this is a whole ½ ounce more, but when you have 10 SPFs more, the higher your SPF, to a point, the more expensive the product is going to get. So because this is a few dollars more and a lot, a ½ ounce less, you're paying more, but you're getting more bang for your buck because you have that higher SPF. So that's good to know. It is a mineral sunscreen, and it does have a matte finish, which is one of the things that I love about this. I'll just go ahead and say that. I've been using this for years. And kind of one of their claims for this sunscreen is that you can put it on and you don't look like you're covered in sunscreen. You know that feeling, like sticky, like shiny, like you don't want to do that when you're going to work usually. And it does blur the skin, which is another thing it says on here. And it also says it's water and sweat resistant for 40 minutes. So let me tell you about some of the ingredients in it. There is some argan oil in there, which is pretty similar to the marula oil. They're just kind of different carrier oils. And it also has white mulberry root. I need to do a little bit more research on that. But since these are both clean, I'm not as worried. And since I don't have sensitive skin, I'm not as worried. But again, for the first time, if you do have sensitive skin, I highly recommend that you look into all the ingredients because there might be something in there that is irritating to your skin. But I can't go over everyone for every single person out there, so just keep that in mind. Another really cool thing about this one is it says it has butterfly bush extract, which is supposed to help guard your skin against blue light, which is kind of like all the rage right now with your phones and computers. How do you test this? I don't know, but it's interesting, and sometimes I think it's like a mental thing when you're like, yeah, I'm fighting those blue lights, cool. Okay, so those are the specs for both of them, and what I'm going to do today, it's a Saturday, I've got chores, I've got errands, I'm not going to put on a whole face of makeup, I have nothing on right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put on half on either side, just so you can see the application, and then I'm going to check back in later and let you know, did I touch up? You can add it, that's the beauty of these things, that's just sunscreen, like add more. And yeah, kind of my final thoughts at the end of the video. So stick around and you'll find that out. So we're going to do the drunk elephant on this side of my face. I just have to remember that. Whoa, it's coming out already. So it does come out in a pretty goopy consistency like this. And I just spread it all over. So both of these are universal tints. So, that says to me that they think that it goes on for everyone's skin. I obviously only have one skin color, and so I can't be a judge for everybody. But if you read reviews, it does seem like they don't leave a white cast, and you can tell just from my application that it doesn't leave a white cast, which is a good thing for lighter, but especially for darker skins. And that's always good to know. I actually did a review, I'll post it up there, on the CeraVe sunscreen and how terrible a white cast that left, so check that out. So that's nice. I don't put it on my eyes, I used to, but it really messes up if you have any kind of like eyeliner or eyeshadow, of course. So I've just been being really careful about that because even my Stylist Day All Day, I posted a video about that again. That wore off the other day with just a sunscreen and it drove me crazy. So I'm just making a conscious effort not to put it on my eyelid, which is problematic because this area is super sensitive too. But yeah, you can tell, I think it's a little easier in person to tell, but I did get quite a bit of tint. I don't think it evened out my skin tone. Like I still see quite a bit of red. Obviously all imperfections are still there and it does smell good. Okay, so the next one we have is the Supergoop. And this one comes out much more kind of like thicker consistency. And it goes on very, very matte. So you look at that. There's no shine there compared to here. My battery is dying, so I'm going to try to get this on before my battery dies. I might look a little ridiculous going out like this because I think you can really tell the difference between the matte and the not matte sunscreen. Okay, so this is going to be a fun wear test. I mean, I know I'm much more conscious of what my face looks like, but I think it's pretty clear that this side is matte and this side is nice and shiny. But you know what? I'm just going to do it. And it's Saturday, I'm going to a coffee shop, no big deal. So I will see you guys when I check in later today. Bye guys, so I am back. Let's see, it is 5:17. Let's see if you can see that on my watch. Yep. So I've had this on for about 7 hours. I don't know where the day went. I wanted to check in. This isn't the first time I've worn either of them. I've worn both of them plenty of times, so I wasn't wearing them as like a first day wear test just to see how they performed. I know they perform pretty well, but I did want to check in and let you know kind of my final thoughts and wrap this up. First of all, they're both wonderful. I have the Drunk Elephant on this side of my face and the Supergoop on this side, and obviously it's worn down a bit. I did not apply it again. I thought I was going to, but here's the thing. That's not what I do during the day. I get so busy at work and doing other stuff. It's like, I know I should reapply because it's sunscreen. You're supposed to reapply all the time. And especially because I didn't have any other makeup on. I should have, but I didn't. Life. They are both so great. I've been thinking about it a lot lately. The Drunk Elephant one is newer to me. And this one, it definitely, I would say, at least where I live in North Carolina. It's hot, it's humid. It's already like 70 and it's been raining and humid all the time. If I wore this all the time, like in the summer, I would look like my face was a pile of grease and I was cooking eggs on it. I mean, like, I have dry skin, or I thought I did. I might not anymore. But this gives you so much sheen and glow that it's almost a little much in the summertime. So my kind of thought is that this one is really, really great for winter and maybe fall too. It definitely has more pigment and it's definitely got that glow and kind of radiance to it. Whereas the Supergoop one is matte and it's tinted, but it doesn't have kind of like the radiant tan look that you get with the Drunk Elephant. So personally, I'm probably gonna wear this in the summertime and then this in the winter. And then I have both and it's kind of like they fit very appropriately for their seasons. The other thing that I guess I can't really speak to is how they perform under makeup. I think some people do wear this under makeup and I'm sure it works just fine. But me personally, I don't do that. These are kind of like my weekend makeup, or during the week if I'm not feeling a foundation or BB cream, I just go with these. And I don't put anything over them. I assume that they perform pretty well. So go at your own risk with makeup over it. I think they'll probably be fine, like I said, but it's something that you should probably test out a little bit. The last thing I wanted to tell you about the Drunk Elephant is that I did not find that this needed extra moisturizer kind of ahead of time. I put a little under eye cream there, and then I do some moisturizer, and then I do a sunscreen. So I've already got like 3 things on my face. I would next go in with this as kind of my makeup for the day, even though it's tinted sunscreen, we'll just call it makeup. I don't think you need to do the moisturizer before this. Like I said in the beginning, this has marula oil in it and even raspberry seed oil. I really don't feel like you need to put extra moisture. Now, if you are so extremely dry, maybe try it. But from experience, I've tried it a few times. I do feel like I have an oil slick on my face by the end of the day because I think I have too much moisture. So that's something to keep in mind. This is like a one-stop shop kind of, which is pretty cool. Lastly, they're both good amounts of SPF. Obviously, I kind of prefer the 40, but at the same time, 30 is gonna do pretty well for you as well. So those are just a few things to keep in mind. I can't tell you which one is better because I think, like I said, my gut reaction is that they are both really, really wonderful for different seasons. So this is your summertime one. I always show you the back. This is your summertime one for me. Matte, it's perfect. It doesn't make me greasy. It doesn't make me look too oily. And then this Drunk Elephant is gonna be absolutely radiant in the wintertime. So these are great investments. And I know they run $38-ish, $36, but you're getting coverage, you're getting great sunscreen, and you're getting some moisture. So if you think about it like that, I'm not trying to tell you to go out and spend more money, but if you're gonna spend money on something, this is kind of a one-stop shop. So those are my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love both of these products and I wholeheartedly endorse both of them. So I think you'd be happy with whichever one you chose. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.